Good Saturday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, from Fort Clark Springs, Texas. This is Rusty 78609, alive and in Technicolor, CinemaScope, and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a nice morning. It's 64 degrees here at Fort Clark Springs, Texas. Pretty nice. High today, low 80s or somewhere in there. Not bad. Pretty nice for this time of the year. Hey, Google, what is the average adult body weight of the entire world?
According to Wikipedia, average adult human weight varies by continent from about 60 kilograms in Asia and Africa to about 80 kilograms in North America, with men on average weighing more than women. I also found an answer to this question. How much does the average human weight in kilogram?
Well,
Do
go
you
ahead.
want to hear it?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Nothing's playing right now.
Well, anyway, basically, on this continent over here, we're much heavier than the Asians. That's all I wanted to point out there. But anyway, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Day after yesterday, day before tomorrow, right now just went right on by. So if there's anything you want to do, you know the drill. You got to start somewhere. But anyway, been living in an RV a long time. This is a Class C motorhome. I've got a little tiny home there I'm fixing to move into. Probably next week. Supposed to be a guy come by today and install the new air conditioners I bought, the little window air conditioners that are built into the wall. Well, I got three of those. I got three new ones to replace the old ones that are pretty well worn out. But anyway, he said he'd be here this morning. You believe that? I don't, because he told me he'd be here Wednesday, then Thursday, and then he didn't say he'd be here Friday, but he did say he'd be here Saturday. He said this is the third time. So never worry about what you cannot change, because I can't change whether he's going to show up or not. But anyway, hey Google, what's the temperature in Fairbanks, Alaska?
The current temperature in Fairbanks is 40 degrees.
That's not bad. What's the temperature in Butte, Montana?
On the website wonderground.com, they say, high 62F, winds SE at 5 to 10 miles per
It says
hour.
lows around 30 in Butte. But anyway, moving along to comments. What else? Oh, the nooner today. For the nooner, we've got. Oh, I did a walk-in video on down the trail. We'll do that this morning, and then that's all for today. And then tomorrow, we've got something else, I guess. Anyway, Mr. CJ Cav 64 says, "Cheers, Rusty." Well, cheers to you. That was on Beer 30. This is on the new electric vehicle, the Bolt 2022 all-electric car. K. Bob Hope says, "Rusty, I wonder what a car camping setup would look like in the Bolt. Not that you'd need it with your motorhome. I'm sure the thought has occurred to you, though. I watched part of a cheap RV living with a guy camping in his Tesla not too long ago. Well, I'm sure you could, you know, just like any other car, you know, it'd just be electric motor, that's all. Anyway, this is Romeo right here, by the way. That's my dog. He's trained to stay, and he stays. Anyway, Cajun Jameis on Romeo says ROMEO, retired old man eating out. You go, Rusty. Cajun. Yeah, that was on Beer 30. Thank you. K. Bob Hope, this was on pizza. Got a couple of comments here on the pizza. When I saw the pizza, I knew it would be a short video. Yeah, well, you can't do a long video about a pizza. Not much you can say. Hellcat Granny. Good morning, Hellcat Granny. She's got a channel on YouTube. Check it out, Hellcat Granny. Good morning. Listening Smalls. That's the person's name. Little Smalls on the tiny home. Listening to this good old boy, I feel like putting on a straw hat with a toothpick in my mouth, riding a mule and playing on my string jug. Well, why don't you do that, Little Smalls? You won't have time to leave comments. Der Trixa, very, very good on the pizza. I never seen such a pizza here in Germany. Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you, Der Trixa. Cal Bob 750. Knowing the signs and symptoms of stroke and heart attack is smart. Calling 911 before the signs and symptoms cascade is irreversible, is smarter. I've known several people who denied symptoms and had undeniable outcomes. Well, good for you, Cal. I don't. Anyway, Bobby Holiday, I'd rather not know what kind of aircraft our government has. Yeah, that was on the Beer 30, the UFO thing. Yeah, well, there's so many secret aircraft and things that they've got going on. You don't know what you're seeing. Renee Copeland, very nice, Rusty. Thank you. That was on my next home. Where was that at? I think that was that was the one at Cloudcroft. It was my next home for a while. Tiny home. Cy Scobie says, where can I purchase one? And the description says tiny home, Home Depot. Joe Frugal, whatever highway you're on, it's going east, southeast. Yeah, that was heading home, leaving Iran, Texas. A good sunrise. Beautiful morning. Makes me miss RVing already. Jim Roberts on Beer 30. Hi, Rusty. Does your dog drink beer? No. Do you have a dog house for the dog? No. Does he sleep with you, Rusty? No. Thank you, Jim. J.A. Pizza and beer boy. It don't get no better than that. No, it was okay. I don't drink beer with meals. Never have. I've seen people do it, but I never have been able to do that. I can drink wine with a meal, but not beer. Beer just seems to fill you up too quick. J.A. says, Rusty, my father had the same thing happen to him, numbness on one side, and he took a baby aspirin a day. It helped him keep from having a stroke. We know you do not take any meds, but one baby aspirin a day could really help. Republic says, I know what you're saying. However, no such thing as baby aspirin that causes Ray's syndrome in infants. You are referring to low-dose aspirin. Well, whatever, I don't take them. What you're basically saying is you need to take blood thinners. Well, blood thinners lead to other things, okay? In other words, you have to take something to offset the side effects of the blood thinners, and then you got to take something to offset the side effects of the blood thinner stuff. It goes on and on. No, I'm okay. I feel good. KC Blue, you know what I mean. KC Blues 2 Sherwood, great video. Your positive attitude is amazing. Question, do you go places on Friday night and hang out with buddies? No, I haven't done that in 25 years. You never mentioned anything, so just curious or plain nosy, I guess. No, in answer to your question, I don't. Haven't in 25 years or more. Stroker Ace, great stories, Rusty. I was in southeastern New Mexico going to sleep in my truck, and a light went over me with no sound. It had a weird rotation movement, and 20 years later, I still have no idea what it was. Well, strange stuff happens, guys. That's all there is. W. Thurman, always trust your gut instinct, Rusty. It's very seldom wrong. Enjoy your pizza and the cold one. Well, I don't drink beer with my meals, but I did enjoy one slice of pizza. And from now on, I'll only have half a slice. Driver Dan has two here, one on the electric vehicle. Efficiency information really helps you adjust to your circumstances. Awesome to have that knowledge in the back of your head when planning. Yeah, it is. The car basically tells you how to maximize the efficiency of it. Driver Dan, awesome. Pizza, yeah, it was pretty damn good. Boondocking with Dennis says, enjoy your meal. Check his channel out on YouTube. This is Beer 30. I really enjoyed this. That was Dennis again. Thank you. Snowy Bells 12. Howdy, Rusty. Watching your video just now, time 10 p.m. I enjoyed it with my cup of green tea. You are a great storyteller. Thank you for sharing. Good night. Good night to you, or good morning now. Debbie Johnson. Rusty, you crack me up. I'm with you. What happens, happens. I grew up, the less you see a doctor, the less you'll have to. And you are sure those bright lights weren't dropping off some aliens? Maybe I was one of them. When I was young, I used to sit in my second-story bedroom window and wait for a UFO to beam me up. I think I watched too much My Favorite Martian. Yeah, well, back then, when I grew up in the middle 50s, early 50s, when you looked up in the sky, if you saw a light moving or whatever, it was a star or something, because there wasn't anything else up there. Scotty Thompson, cool video taught Rusty. LOL Beer 30, thank you. Scotty Thompson also says, was the pizza good? Yeah, it was all right, Scotty. I enjoyed it. RV Living with the Geezer, check that channel out on YouTube. Rusty, the town across from Ojinaga is Presidio. Yeah, I couldn't remember that one. I remember you coming up to the Railroad Blues to have a few beers with the crazy Cajun pilot and the rest of us. Yeah, I guess he's still around there. I called him Ambiance. That's a good guy. Anyway, thank you. Eveline Brokoff, I guess, Brokoff. This thing is awesome. That's on the Liberty Electric trike. Yeah, and yeah, I've still got mine, and I ride it. In fact, I rode it yesterday. D. Anderson, Lordy, everything is bigger in Texas. Yeah, that pizza's huge. Yeah, in fact, I had to use the freezer in the refrigerator in the house to store it because two wouldn't fit in here. I had too much stuff in my refrigerator in the RV. Cheap Laugh Kennedy, you're right. My mouth watered. Yeah, yeah, I figured it would. I figured a lot of people wanted pizza. William Bingham, Beer 30, one of your great ones, Rusty. Thanks. And thinking about you, Captain. Enjoy that wonderful looking pizza. Had Mexican food at our favorite local restaurant just 2 blocks from our house. Good. Yeah, I like Mexican food too. I just don't eat out much. Or, get a pizza every now and then. Ralph P., the old stinking goat, and I enjoyed the beer sanity session, Rusty. Thank you. You're welcome. Simply Me, have you told us how the first car you drove compares with your electric car? Well, the electric car certainly is faster. I mean, it's quick. I mean, it's all torque. And as far as fuel efficiency, I guess it would be the equivalent of about 80 to 90 miles per gallon. And but as far as the overall drive and ride, it's quite good. Thank you. Debbie Caron, LOL, Rusty, don't you ever get the munchies in the middle of the night? No. I started yoga this week. Great stretching. Great Beer 30. Totally agree with you. Instincts. Total agree with you. Instincts. Am an RN. You had a TIA. That's a Traz ischemia attack. Please make plans. Protect yourself. I love your channel. I'm 70 next week. Well, happy birthday next week, Debbie. Jack Etheridge. Let's see, what'd she say that was? Hey, Google, what is a Traz-ischemia?
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Hey, Google, what is a Traz, ISCHMI?
Here's the definition of trap.
Oh, I know what trap.
Designed to catch.
She just takes off, you know what I mean? Anyway, thank you, Debbie. I'm still reading that one. Jack Etheridge says, you're a storyteller extraordinaire. I really enjoy the way you tell your life's tales and the philosophy you have developed along the way and so generously share with us. Your zest for life is infectious. Thank you. Well, I'm just getting older and I enjoy life more. Or it seems like I enjoy it more older because I'm more patient, I think. Wisecracker 1, lots of great data on the new electric vehicle. Yeah, it's a good car, man. Luis Hogue, we love you, Rusty. Thanks for all your inspiration. And you have plenty of years left to keep enjoying your Beer 30s. Lisa, well, I hope so. I mean, I still do my exercise. I try to eat right. I've changed my diet just a little bit. I tweaked it a little. Henri Codger, cool. Thank you. Thumbs up to you. Driver Dan, Rusty, I got out camping up in elevation yesterday. Last night, stars were bright as could be. Once the moon went down, relaxing nature experience. Thanks for reminding us all to get out and do the things we want to be doing. Yeah, well, everybody does what they do, and sometimes a little encouragement doesn't hurt. Nick, tomorrow, I guess, is that the pizza you bought from Long Draw 2 years ago and cut into 176 pieces? I don't know. I guess that's a smart-ass comment, Nick. No, it's a pizza I bought right here in Brackettville, Texas. J.E., you might consider taking some aspirin from time to time to keep your blood thinned out a bit. Yeah, taking aspirin, you need to read up on that because it does have some side effects. You know, aspirin is not uh, a soft drug. It might thin your blood, but it does some other negative things too. Raccoon Little Bear, good ghostly stories about rattlesnakes delivered by UFOs and stuff. Cheer. That's what it was. That was a UFO delivering rattlesnakes. We'll do a few more here. Ken Priest or Price, depending on where you are. Do you still have that medical fall alert device that you were wearing? No, I don't. I sent it back. Why? Because it didn't work. What happened? It'll work in your. If you're just going to stay in one local area and wear it, perfect. But if you're going to travel using it, it doesn't work worth crap. Because I was in Fort Stockton, pushed a little button like I had an emergency. Girl comes on the phone, and she said they were sending the people to my home in Fort Clark Springs. I said, honey, I'm in Fort Stockton, Texas. You know, it doesn't. That would have done me a lot. And then I had to call the sheriff's department in Brackettville and cancel the alert. You know, geez, what a mess. It says it would be a good thing to continue. No, the best thing to have, I found, is if you have a cell phone and you have a connection, you've got a way to get some help. 911. Jose Flores, good morning, Jose. I've always been crazy, but it's kept me from going insane. Nobody knows if it's something to bless or to blame. So far, I ain't found a rhyme or reason to change. I've always been crazy, but it's kept me from going insane. That's a song. Was that Waylon Jennings? I can't remember. But anyway, thank you, Jose. Snowy Bells 12. Howdy, Rusty. Looks awesome. They did a great job. That was on the new roof completed. Yeah, they did a great job. And that's good. Having a roof that doesn't leak is good. Yeah. Macho 4x4 Warlock, thanks on Beer 30. You're welcome. WTBM 123. Cool. Dale Pointer. Let's see here's some Dale Pointer poetry here. October. It's a pretty long poem here. In the land of crazy, madness runs about. October, black witchery and vampires and strong ale stout. For an empty boonies, strange things roam in the dark, werewolves and dead brains near where you may have parked. The moon in the sky so full and strangely bright, you wonder who's tapping on your window tonight. Turn off your TV, let silence be what you hear. Ghosts or Freddy Krueger, perhaps Jason is near. Tap, tap, tap is the constant sound. Fear not, Mr. Vincent Price once said. Have another strong ale stout before you retire permanently to bed. Okay, thank you very much, Dale Pointer. Enjoy your day. Thank you for your poetry. Two more here and we'll shut her down. Long way around says TIA is transient ischemic attack. There we go. Hey Google, what is a transient ischemic attack?
According to Mayo Clinic, a brief stroke-like attack that, despite resolving within minutes to hours, still requires immediate medical attention to distinguish from an actual stroke.
Okay. Short term mine resolve within minutes. It says it may be a warning. It says symptoms include weakness on one side of the body. I didn't have that. I had a little numbness in my hand. Vision, I didn't have any vision problems. Slurred speech, I didn't have any of that. So treatments often, well, hell, and then she cuts it off. Shit. Damn you thing. Oh, well. Never mind. I was reading it and she just changed pages. But anyway, enough said. Moving along here. Doc told him to slow down. He'll turn 93 on October the 10th and is still living on his own. Good Beer 30, Rusty, great story. Well, see, the whole thing is, he's lived what I would call an organic life. In other words, his body hasn't been bombarded with pharmaceuticals. And he's still here at age 93. Here, thumbs up to him. Snowy Bells. Howdy, Rusty. Thank you so much for showing the electric car. You did a great intro about it. Awesome. Well, thank you, Snowy Bells 12. Enjoy your weekend. Anyway, guys, with that in mind, let's get a good, this is a stinking goat, one-eared goat kiss for a Saturday morning. Anyway, guys, thumbs up. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. buy anything you want anytime, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Why? Doesn't cost you a penny. Just click on the link and go to Amazon, buy whatever you choose. Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. Help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you won't want to eat so much as in snack. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, and get a smaller plate. That helps. And then what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in really deep, hold it for a few seconds, and breathe out slowly. Do that several times a day. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Sure. Do it several times a day. And then what else? Stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Swivel, swivel, swivel. Walk, walk, walk. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Exercise your body once or twice a day, every single day. Why? You'll feel better immediately, and you may live longer, healthier. You know, that's the way it is. Look at old Romeo over there. He's pretty healthy. But anyway, what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. This is your head, your brain, your frontal lobes, your consciousness. All those little neurons in there are forming neural links, which is every single thought you have. So common sense says, add good ingredients, add positive stuff. Give your neurons something good to work with. Where does most of the negativity come from? The news. Yeah, and the news and the fact that people repeat what they heard or saw on the news over and over and over. It's unbelievable. But anyway, having said that, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. At ease, carry on, adios, bye-bye, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, aloha, until the noon video, which will be just a good old softball walking video, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Carry on. Bye-bye.